Welcome back to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the weekly radio show that informs and it educates you on how to buy or to sell real estate. And it does it with Barb Schlinker, a veteran and the owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Now, Barb, home buyers are struggling these days to afford a home in this area. So, what are the things that home buyers are willing to give up to be able to afford a house that they want in this market?
Well, Richard, most experts are saying that home prices are holding up pretty well, even increasing according to the statistics. But what the future brings really has a lot to do with the affordability of the home in that area. So I found a really cool chart about affordability pyramid, and it was talking about how 66 million households cannot buy a home that cost 250,000 or less. So it's really difficult to find a home less than 250,000 in this market, but that represents over 66% of would-be home buyers. Everything above that, 250 to 325, 15% can afford it, 325 to 405, 13%, and it goes down from there. Home buyers over $1 million represents only the top 5% of would-be home buyers. And so affordability is a very big deal for people, and interest rates have a massive impact on that, especially in the entry-level price ranges. Just a few weeks ago, the interest rates were hovering in the mid-sevens. So although the Fed did not reduce the interest rates, the mortgage market did. So I think there is some supply and demand involved with how they price mortgages as you go week after week. And it looks like right now the 30-year fixed is at 7.10. A VA loan is just over 6.5. So that would tell me that what we're seeing a lot in our contracts is buyers are coming in and they're making offers asking for the seller to pay some of their loan closing costs so they can use the cash resources to buy their interest rate down. So where the market's at right now, we're seeing an increase of available homes, or what we call inventory, by over 26%. So the reason for that, some of that is seasonality. You'll see a lot more homes hit the market in the summer versus the fall and winter months, or even springtime months. So that's part of that. But we're seeing fewer sales as compared to a year ago. But the weirdest part of all this is the prices are just shooting up. So the average, talking about the average and the median price. So it's not having an impact on home prices, but there are fewer buyers that can afford to buy homes. So one of the things that we do when we meet with buyers is we actually sit down with them and we give them a presentation about what we can do for them to find the perfect home for them. We also talk about their price range. We make sure they're qualified to buy a house. We go over what are those must-haves for the home? What are those wants for a home? And unfortunately, because the prices are higher, some of the buyers are having to give up some of their must-haves and move those into the want category. And so what we're seeing as far as the type of things that they're giving up are, first of all, they're okay with the smaller lot. So I don't know if you've seen when you drive around town, Richard, they've got those houses that, if you're a Star Trek fan, they look like the Borg cube.
They do indeed.
They're,
Absolutely.
they're really ugly, but whatever, they're affordable for buyers, and they are detached single family homes. They have teeny weeny yards. I mean, you can't even fence those yards, but they can get housing for it. So those things are selling pretty well. So they'll give up some of the exterior amenities. They'll go further out from the urban areas. They're okay with the smaller house. They'll even be okay with things that need to be fixed up. And when it comes to selling a home, most sellers really want certainty of the sale. And so it's interesting. We actually have a lot of graphs and charts that we can break down by zip code, by neighborhood. So we have a lot of expertise to give you information about what you could realistically expect your home to sell for. So if you are thinking of making a move and you'd like to give us a call and discuss your options, what to do and what not to do to get your house ready for sale. We can give you a really good range of what your home will sell for and how much you'll put in your pocket when it sells. And we can even guarantee your home will sell for a certain price, or we'll give you 100% of the asking price or pay you the difference. And if you're not ready now, you can go to our website, barbhasthebuyers.com. And if you click on the yellow button, Get Home Value, we will send you some similar sales like yours that will give you kind of a good idea of what your home will sell. Now, every home is different. Every home is different in terms of its condition, its amenities, its upgrades, its location. All these factors play into whether or not your home will sell for top dollar. Like I met with a seller last weekend, and he just purchased this home that's very cosmetically challenged, but in a really affluent neighborhood with great views. So it has the potential of selling for top dollar for sure if it gets fixed up. But if he sells it as is, chances are he probably won't make as much money on it for sure. So if you are thinking of making a move and you'd like to talk to us about selling your home, we not only go over all of our 700 buyers in waiting that we can share with you and the other buyers we have access to, including cash buyers, plus give you a good idea of how much you'll put in your pocket when it sells. Just call us 719-301-3900 or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Everybody seems to remember that first. My name is Barb Schlinker. I'm the broker owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty and the host of this show, Your Real Estate Voice. And what we're talking about is what buyers are having to give up now in order to be able to afford a home in this market. And next up, we're going to talk about some of the areas and some of the homes and deals that represent the best buy. Richard?
Barb, we're discussing the features that home buyers will give up in order to be able to afford a home. Barb, do home buyers actually know they have made the right choice? How do they know that?
Well, I like that question because one of the behaviors that I see sometimes after a buyer gets a contract on the home is during their inspection, without permission, oftentimes they will invite friends and family to the inspection to see the home because they want confirmation that they made the right decision. And it's okay as long as we know it's going to happen. Sometimes I've had full-on parties during the inspection. It's rather interesting. But a buyer can tell if the home is priced correctly or very realistically if they're facing competition. So in general, if a home is priced realistically, you're going to go under contract probably within the first few weeks, maybe first 30 days. And those homes tend to sell for the most money. If it's not selling, then something's not right, okay? But if you have competing offers, that's a clue. So the buyers really need to make their best offer in that scenario. They don't always do it, or maybe it's just not in their, buy package for affordability that they can't offer more. But I've seen some really great deals out there. And real estate's very local, and you need an agent to help you figure out whether or not a home is a good buy. You got to look at what the competition is. You got to look at kind of what homes are selling for in that area. So I did some research, and I looked at just general stats for the counties around here. And what we're seeing really is the inventory is kind of staying very stable right now. It hasn't really surged up to summer levels. And it's still kind of right between a buyer's and seller's market. The median list price for homes in El Paso County is almost 600,000. Average days on market, though, is longer. It's about 70 days. When you take a look at Douglas County, the prices absolutely are rising. We're approaching 900,000 for the median list price for homes. And basically the market's doing very well in Douglas County. The average days on market there is only 60 days. If you look at Teller County up in the mountains, Woodland Park, Florissant, Divide, all those areas, right now the median price is 617.5. It's a little bit more of a seller's market than a buyer's market. And as we go into the summer, that is absolutely their prime season for getting the most money when selling a property. The median list price is 617.5. The average days on market there a little bit longer, 91 days. And then you look down at Pueblo. Right now, the median list price for Pueblo West is 459, and it's a little bit more of a seller's market than what we've seen in other areas. And I think partly because the prices are slightly lower in Pueblo than in some other areas. Median list price 459, average days on market, still a longer number, 84 days. So homes are still selling, prices are still going up, and some homes are getting multiple offers. So why is that? We put a house on the market recently. We knew we priced it below market solely because it has some cosmetic issues that need to be addressed, and the sellers just really don't want to fix it up. So we decided to do just 2 open houses on that home. We had really good crowds at both of them, but it's strange how people behave. While we've had it online on the market, even though those were the only 2 showing times, the sellers have found people in their front yard peeking around at 9:30 at night. They found vendors there giving bids in their front driveway and their backyard without permission. So I don't know who's doing that, but I think it's a little bit crazy. But if you are a buyer and you're thinking of making a move, we offer this free service called the VIP buyer, where we can provide you with off-market homes and give you insider access to homes that you cannot find on the internet. And then, of course, we're going to keep you informed about what's going on in the market. It's interesting that with this new change from the National Association of Realtors settlement, they're telling buyers agents right now to do that. Go learn about the market, which I think is very interesting. It's going to be very interesting this summer when the buyer agent commission drops off the MLS, and they're going to have to be able to substantiate what value they bring to a buyer, just like we do with sellers. And if you are a seller, it's absolutely critical that you get what I call all 4 P's correct: preparation, pricing, picking the right agent, and promoting the home. And the showing activity is going to give you a clue if you didn't get it right. If you're not getting very many showings, we didn't get it right. If you're getting just a few showings, you can make a small adjustment and probably get it under contract. And if you're getting offers, you're right there. So if you are thinking of making a move, give us a call, 719-301-3900, or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice. That's Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. And if you are thinking of making a move, most definitely call Barb at 719-301-3900, or go ahead and visit barbhasthebuyers.com. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking about why real estate investors are getting back into buying homes. Stay tuned for that.